I met Natalie at a friend's engagement party. She was wearing a navy dress, laughing way too hard at a joke I didn't hear. But something about that laugh, it stuck with me. Loud, genuine, unbothered by what anyone else thought. When we finally talked, it wasn't awkward. No games. Just instant comfort. Our first date was at a little Italian place. She ordered pineapple on her pizza without hesitation, and I almost ended it right there. But she laughed so hard at my horror, I couldn't help but fall for her a little. We clicked. Not just romantically, but as people. There was a comfort I hadn't felt in years. She didn't play it cool, she was real, present, emotionally available. Or so I thought. We spent the next few months building something solid. Weekly routines. Long phone calls. I met her dog, Marley. She met my mom. Things moved fast, but it didn't feel forced. It felt right. But about 3 months in, the cracks started to show. We were watching a movie at her place, some thriller that neither of us were really paying attention to, when her phone started buzzing like crazy. She kept glancing at it and typing replies, all while trying to act casual. Eventually, she excused herself to the bathroom and took the phone with her. I didn't think much of it, at first. She came back 20 minutes later, looking anxious. I asked, "Everything okay?" She hesitated. "Yeah, it's just my friend Jake. He's going through a lot right now." The name didn't register at first. Jake. Just a name. Over the next few weeks, I started noticing patterns. Every time we had plans, Jake would somehow insert himself into our night. Texting her, calling her. One time she left in the middle of dinner because Jake had a panic attack. I finally asked, "Who is this guy?" She hesitated before saying, "We dated in college. It ended a while ago. But we stayed friends." Something in me froze. I'd been in this position before. The friend X who somehow gets more attention than the actual boyfriend. I said, "So you're telling me your ex is still in your life, constantly?" She nodded. "But it's not like that. He's not over it, but I am. I just feel bad for him. He's struggling with his mental health. He doesn't have many people." I understood that, really, I did. But this wasn't just friendship. This was emotional dependence. She was still his person. And I was starting to realize I might just be a placeholder in her life. One night, I stayed over at her place. We were asleep when I woke up to her phone buzzing. A message preview lit up the screen. "Jake, I wish things were like they used to be. I miss you." I stared at it for a full minute. When she woke up the next morning, I brought it up. Calmly, carefully. "I saw the message Jake sent you." Her face went pale. "You went through my phone?" "No. It lit up while we were sleeping. The message preview was right there." She sat in silence. Then came the flood of excuses. "He's just venting. He gets like this sometimes." I told him I'm with you. I asked her directly, "Do you still have feelings for him?" "No," she said quickly. "Not like that. But I care about him. I always will. We shared a lot." That last part stung. I wasn't asking her to forget her past. I was asking her to live in the present with me. And she couldn't. A week later, I ran into her best friend, Ellie, at a coffee shop. We'd always gotten along, and I guess she could tell I looked stressed. After a little small talk, she leaned in and said, "I know it's none of my business, but be careful with Natalie." I blinked. "What do you mean?" She hesitated. "Jake's always been a weakness for her. Every time she tries to move on, he pulls her back. I've seen it happen more than once." I didn't say anything. I just nodded. When I got home, I sat in silence for a long time. Then I did something I hadn't done before. I went back through Natalie's Instagram. I looked at old pictures. Scanned the captions. The comments. Jake had been a constant. Not just a past chapter, he was practically written into every page. We planned a weekend getaway. Just the two of us. I was looking forward to it more than I'd admit. I thought maybe some space from everything would help us reconnect. The night before we were supposed to leave, she got a phone call. I could hear Jake's voice through the phone, even from across the room. She looked panicked. Pacing. Whispering. She hung up and said, "I can't go. Jake's in a bad place again." I stared at her. "You're canceling our trip because your ex is sad?" "It's not like that," she said. "He needs me. He doesn't have anyone else." I stood up, furious but trying to stay calm. "I'm tired of this," I said. "I'm tired of playing second to a guy who isn't even supposed to be part of your life anymore. You say you're over him, but your actions don't match your words." She stayed quiet. So I said the words that would change everything. "Choose. Right now. Him or me." She didn't answer right away. In fact, she didn't answer at all. She just left the room. Later that night, she texted me. "I need time to think." 2 days passed. No call. No text. Nothing. On the third day, I got a message, "Can we meet?" We sat at the park where we had our first picnic date. She looked tired. Worn down. "I've made my choice," she said quietly. "And I know you won't understand. But I choose Jake." I felt something break in me. "I'm not choosing him over you because I love him," she continued. "I'm choosing him because I feel responsible for him. He's not okay." I looked at her for a long moment. "You don't have to be his savior," I said. "You don't owe him your future just because you shared a past." Tears welled in her eyes. "I know. But I can't walk away from him." So I nodded. Got up. And walked away from her. The next few weeks were brutal. I tried not to think about what they were doing, what she was doing. I deleted our pictures. Blocked her number. But that didn't stop my brain from replaying everything, over and over. Then, 3 months later, I ran into Ellie again. She looked at me with sympathy and said, "It didn't work. She and Jake broke up. Again." I didn't know how to feel. Relief? Bitterness? Some strange mix of both? "She's been a mess," Ellie added. "But I think she's starting to see what she lost." I nodded. But I wasn't sure if it mattered anymore. 6 months after she chose Jake, Natalie reached out. Just a message, "Can we talk?" I agreed. Out of curiosity more than anything. We met for coffee. She looked different. Softer. Sadder. "I messed up," she said. "I thought I could save him. But he didn't want to be saved. And I ended up losing someone who actually loved me." I didn't say anything for a long time. Finally, I said, "You made a choice. And now we both live with it." She asked if we could start over. I told her the truth. "No. Because I'm not the same person you left behind." And that was it. There's something I learned from all this: you can't build a future with someone who's still chained to their past. You can't be someone's peace if they're addicted to chaos. And most importantly, you deserve to be someone's first choice. Not their second. Not their safety net. Their first. Natalie taught me that love isn't just about feelings. It's about decisions. Priorities. Respect. She made her choice. And it changed everything. But in the end, it changed me for the better.